Hello, I'm Sally Chibuzie, the owner and founder of the brand Unshakable. You know the motto by now. Unshakable is a state of mind. Take your state of mind with you everywhere you go. Be unshakable, be in truth with yourself, love yourself. Welcome to another episode of Chronicles of Unshakable Truths. While I continue to curate what the next season of these podcasts might look like, I thought I'd share something more personal, something I lived and felt through the entire month of July. July was a journey. It always is. It's my birthday month, and Imi's too. And so every year I find myself not just celebrating my life, but also the birth of myself as a mother. This year, it was big. 2 decades of motherhood, 2 decades of learning, growing, stretching, loving. And this birthday felt significant in many ways. Not because of what I did, but because of how I chose to do it. I'm not exactly one to throw a party, though I do love a good open house. This year, I scrapped the open house idea at the very last minute and chose something quieter. I went with little pockets of adventure instead, and it all began with a trip to Kigali. Then came one-to-one lunches, theatre nights, cocktails in the city, dinners at home, gratitude runs, and brunches soaked in sisterhood. These weren't big events. They were curated moments. It felt like what my soul needed, something slower, deeper, more intentional. I wanted to feel it all, the joy, the stillness, the bold flavors, the soft laughter, the grounding presence of people who see me. It wasn't about the noise or the numbers. It was about choosing joy and creating it. And in each small, beautiful space, I found truth, I found love, I found myself. This episode is a little love letter to that journey, to the month I let joy stretch itself out, one connection at a time. The first moment I curated was lunch with Bells. It wasn't just about the food, though the food was great. It was about what she represented. Bells is one of those friends who's known me since I was 3 years old. The kind of friendship that lives somewhere between chosen family and soul recognition. You don't explain yourself with people like that. They already know. They've seen the different versions of you, the innocent, the wild, the wounded, the warrior. And somehow they keep showing up. That lunch reminded me how grounding those connections are. How they tether you to your truest self, to your roots. I couldn't see them all in this month. Those friends who've known me the longest, but they know who they are. The ones who've never needed a reason to show up, who carry you in their spirit, even in silence. Belle stood in for all of them that day, and sitting across from her, it felt like the perfect place to begin. Segment 2, Serenity and Adult Sisterhood. Dinner with NG felt like a breath, calm, intentional, so deep. It honored the newer friendships that feel like home. Sometimes you meet someone who sees your soul and something clicks. You fall into ease, you fall into truth. When it's mutual, friendship becomes less about effort and more about flow. That night, in the quiet luxury of it all, I felt seen. And I was reminded that sisterhood isn't always built over decades. No, sometimes it arrives fully formed, ready to hold space and to grow. So, some moments were soft and grounding, others were light-hearted, full of laughter, remind us that joy too is a kind of medicine. Segment 3, Joy, Escape and Laughter. With Ink, the vibe shifted, cocktails, gorgeous food, and belly laughs that made the day feel like a getaway. We left the mundane at home and leaned into the freedom of the moment. The ambience was electric, the energy was easy. It was fun without fuss, the kind of joy you don't plan for, but deeply need. Sometimes healing sounds like giggles over a good meal. That night, it did. Now, let's be honest, partying back to back in your late 40s isn't exactly light work. So the next moment was a welcome relief and a reminder that sometimes stillness is also celebration. Segment 4, Nourishment and Stillness. Dinner with Yewu Star was slow, intentional, and beautifully simple. I cooked, the food was clean, the mood was calm, and our hearts were still. We called it the chicken and egg situation, quite literally, because both were on the plate. But beneath the jokes was something sacred, a shared peace. It was a kind of evening that feeds you in ways food alone can't. And I went to bed content, knowing the next day would be my birthday. My birthday always begins with a gratitude run. It's a ritual I've come to cherish. This year, joined me. The best birthday gift I didn't even know I needed. We ran, we talked, we laughed, and then we ate yam, plantain, fried eggs, the kind of brunch that tastes like home. In the evening, I dressed up and headed out with my sister. Champagne and whiskey flowed, and we're joined by a few others who made us smile. It wasn't loud, but it was layered. Joy, ritual, family, presence. The perfect way to turn a new age on foot, full and full of love. Segment 6, the grand finale, a tapestry of love. Just when I thought the celebrations had reached their end, Jack surprised me with a beautiful finale, brunch at the Orange Tree. She gathered a few of the girlies, and the moment we sat down, I knew it would be special. The vibe was electric, laughter ringing out, stories flowing, cocktails clinking, but beneath it all was something deeper. These women, I truly love them, but the diversity of their spirit, their character, their presence, it was a beautiful blend of old and new friendships, each one rooted in truth. Not everyone I love could be there, but those who came carried a piece of my wider circle, a cross-section of my love, if you like. I looked around the table and felt it. My heart was so full it could burst. This wasn't just brunch, it was sisterhood, celebration, a closing chapter written in joy. Segment 7, the unplanned encore. Laughter, glamour, and goodbyes. You'd think that would be it, right? But July had a few more surprises tucked in. One night, Ifako and I met up with Dee for cocktails in the city. Then came the two Amakas, and with them, the kind of laughter that lives in your belly long after the night ends. We wrapped it all up at the theatre watching The Devil Wears Prada. A brilliant close to another adventure that felt worthy of this birthday month. After that, I found myself at a barbecue under the summer sun and later celebrating a beautiful 50th because everyone deserves to be shown how much they are loved. This side of life anyway. Love was the thread through it all, unexpected, present, and soft. Segment 8, a mother's song. And just like that, my birthday came to an end and hers began. Imi, my daughter, my mirror, my heart. At midnight, my eyes popped open as if on cue. And without thinking, I started singing McFly's It's All About You. That was our song, the one she loved as a baby. She'd pause mid-feed, flash me the softest smile and give me a little wiggle. And even then, I knew she had dance in her. This year, she turned 20. 20 years of motherhood, of becoming, learning, unlearning, growing side by side. Watching her grow has shaped me. Every win, every challenge, every moment has stretched the boundaries of my heart. And this year we went out to celebrate her, of course, to honor the woman she's becoming and the mother I've had to become to raise her. It was the perfect close to a month that reminded me of what matters most. I didn't plan to share all of this. It started as a few birthday clips, but somewhere between the laughter, the stillness, the cocktails, and the quiet dinners, I realized I was curating more than just celebrations. I was curating moments that reminded me of who I am, how far I've come, and what I hold most dear. Love, friendship, motherhood, presence. That's why I shared this month with you, not for the highlights, but for the heartbeats, the pauses, the pockets of joy that stitch the days together. I hope it reminds you to celebrate your life in whatever way you feel is truly you, even if it's quiet, even if it's unconventional, even if it's just you and someone who gets you sharing a meal and a memory, because those moments, they matter. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Chronicles of Unshakable Truths, which I've now titled A Month of Joy, One Connection at a Time. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, and come with me as I embark on a new series of this podcast. You will love what I have in store and where we're evolving to. Until then, it's me, Sally Chibuzie, owner and founder of the brand Unshakable. You know the motto by now? Unshakable is a state of mind. Take your state of mind with you everywhere you go. Be unshakable. Be in truth with yourself. Love yourself. See you next week. Bye.